Hi, in this video we're going to continue the coding and we are doing part 3, and this is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. And to continue from the last video, we already have our files in these two folders. Okay, and this files here is already opened here, and this files here is already opened here. And we are stopping at R2C2. Okay, as you can see here, they have some R2C2 here. That gives us a hint of how wide and how tall they are. Or you can come to look at it here. This is probably the first row and this is the second row. Okay, you can also calculate the dimension from here. And this image is useful for us. So let's do the first one first. So in our R2C2, we are going to say we are going to have we are going to have first row here. We're going to call it R2C2 1, and we are going to have second row here, and we are going to call it R2C2 2. The first row will contain an image, and in the CSS file, we are going to put it below the R2C2. So I'm just going to say R2C2 1 would be, and you know that the content of this video can be found here, and these are the shortcut keys. So I just did Control C and Control V. And R2C2 1 would be a height of only 49. I don't need to flow left. And let me put a background here just to see the color. Yes, that's my R2C2 1. Okay. Let me comment out the color. Control C, Control V. And then my R2C2 2 will be 65 minus 49. That will be 16 pixels. Save your work. And that's your R2C2 2. That is good too. And the next thing I want to do is to put an image. Okay. And that image obviously is the image in the slicing. And R2C2 is the image that I want. So I'm going to copy it into this folder here, into the images subfolder. Obviously, there's only background there. So I will copy this from the slicing folder into the coding folder. So I just right-click copy, right-click paste, and that's the image I want. Okay. So I go back to my coding here in the index.html. I'm going to say the image is going to be in here. I'm not only going to create an image, I'm also going to create a link. So that is going to be later, but I can just copy my image here. Okay, let me just copy the link, the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to put it here. That is the image link. Okay, href is the link and the image. And right now my file is HTML, but in the future, when I plan my coding, my file should be in PHP. So this link should go into index.php, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to leave it here as a PHP. And that's the source of the image. And technically, I don't need a name of the image, but I can just copy the, actually I can copy this from here, right? But I need to take out certain things like the width and height because that is taken care of by CSS. So you code this part here, see if it works. And now when you reload, you will see the image here, and it's a link. And obviously I don't have index.php yet. So when I click on it, it will give me an error, but in the future, when I finish my coding and change it to index.php, that will work. Meanwhile, let me just move it to HTML first, so you don't see it. But in the future, you will have to change it to PHP. So now, it will just link it back to itself. Okay. All right, so that's the, we finished out 2. So let's look out 4. Out 4 here have 3 things, 1, 2, 3. The second one is actually is going to be a navigation bar. Okay, we're going to fix that next time. So let's do that. So we have R2C4, and we'll have R2C41, R2C42, and R2C43. Do I have 3? Let me just quickly check. Okay, I'm going to call the second one, I'm not going to call the second one 2. I'm going to call the second one navigation, and I'm going to call this one 2, okay, because this one is going to be my navigation bar. And that's the interesting stuff that we're going to do next. Save your work. And in styles, we go to R4. So the first one will be, oops, the first one will be 1. The width is the same, the height will be 18. We don't need to flow left. Take out the background. And 1 is correct. Oh, sorry. 1 is the navigation actually. So I'm wrong here. So let me take out this one. This is wrong. Actually, 1 is going to be our navigation. Okay. And then 2 is the thing below the navigation. So let's do 2. So let me comment this one out. And copy this. So that's 2. Height is 40, and let me see the white background. So that's correct. Okay. So 1 is going to be my navigation bar. Let me comment on this. Save your work. So I have finished the top. And I'm going to create a navigation just to get things ready. In my 1, I'm going to create a navigation tag. which is not really necessary, but I'm just going to put it there. And inside the navigation tag, I'm going to create a and we are going to put our navigation bar here next time. Okay. Alrighty. So we are ready to go for the. So we finish R2. If you want to see actually what it looks like, you can actually put in the image, which I don't mind to do it here. Just to look at how it looks like. So I just copy this guy here. Put it here. I mean, it's kind of troublesome because later you have to delete it, but if you want to see what it looks like, that's what you can do. I'm just going to copy my alternatives. And then I'm just going to give you a name. And the found image name obviously is here. I'm just going to copy the image name and put it here. So you sort of like can see what it looks like. Obviously it's not working. We have to change this to coding, which is like 6 videos or 7 videos later. So, but temporarily there's something here for you to look at. Okay. So the next step we are going to do is going to move on to the banner, the top one. Okay. So that's an interesting thing to do. And this is a good place to stop this video. And we are going to continue from here. Okay. And that would be I think we still need to do. Have we done C5? Yes, we have done C5. So we are going to move on to the R3, which is the banner. Okay, and that's a good place to stop. Thanks for watching.